Good afternoon, people. It's me, Moses, again. I came upon this crazy idea that possibly these EVPs that we get are not really entities at all. This is going to sound crazy. I've been doing a lot of speculating, a lot of thinking. You know, these things can know our minds. They know our minds inside and out. They know what we're going to say before we say it. They know everything about us. I mean, every personal thing about us. How could that be? You know, I come up with the conclusion that maybe we are talking to ourselves. Now, that's going to sound crazy. I know. Maybe we're talking to our conscience. Who would know better about me than me? It would explain everything. How they know everything about me. How they can answer my questions before I ask them. Because it's all up here. We don't know anything about the human mind. Maybe I come on the conclusion that maybe we are projecting our subconscious thoughts onto the tape. Our recording, I mean, it's not a tape, but our thoughts are made up of electrical impulses, protons, neutrons, all that stuff. Everything's made up of protons and neutrons. Everything. So why would it be so far-fetched that maybe we were projecting our thoughts outwards and we're picking them up as EVPs? I know it sounds crazy. But I did a little experiment. I turned on that EVP analyzer, that program I got, that goes along with the GB1. And I asked some questions. I did an EVP session. And I took the file out of that, and I put it in Audacity, and I went in and cleaned stuff up. I amplified stuff, and I put high-pass filters on it, and all this stuff. And I come up with 3 pretty good EVPs. I'm going to play them for you. Number 1. How did I do that? I'm always messing something up here. Okay, number 1. It just says, help me. And you'll notice that these are all the same voice. And if I'm projecting something, it would all sound the same. Think about it. Why would it be different? It would be my consciousness going into these EVPs that would all sound the same. And all these voices sound the same. It says, help me. Okay. But it's a whisper. All these are whispers. They're not, hey. I mean, they're whispers. All of them are. That strikes me as strange. Anyway, let me play number 1. Hopefully you can hear it. I got this cranked up. Yeah, I got it turned up. Can anybody hear me? Let me run this over and over. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Long drawn out. Help me. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Okay, there you go. Help me. And it's all these EVPs I got out that way. Okay, the next one. I'm not sure what it says. I asked them what their name was, and they said Stephen. Now that wouldn't be my conscience, but maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe that's what I wanted to hear. It's crazy, Steve. I just got done listening to Steve Huff's interview last night on the paranormal podcast. Maybe it was in my head. All I hear for a name, it says Steve. play that one for you.
What is your name? What is your name? Your name?
Okay, there you go. Steve Vaughn. And like I said, I just got done before I did this listening to Steve Huff's interview. So maybe Steve Vaughn was on my mind. Okay, the next one. I ask it, I says, am I talking to my conscience? And it says, it could be. That's what it said. Here we go.
Conscience. Am I talking to my conscience? Am I talking to my conscience?
Yes, it could be. Did you hear that? Right after the last word I say, it says, yes, it could be. Play it again.
Am I talking to my conscience? Am I talking to my conscience? Am I talking to my conscience?
There you go. Yes, it could be. So, take from this what you will. But I'm not 100% convinced. I never say I'm 100% convinced of any of this stuff. But this was one experiment that I didn't expect. But it's just through my thinking I came up with this. You might want to try it. Concentrate on thinking of something, and maybe it'll come out in your EVPs. I had a lady tell me today on the post I made today that if she's thinking about a certain subject or thinking about somebody, they usually come out in her EVPs. Well, if we're projecting and making these EVPs happen, what do you think? It's interesting though, ain't it? I just wanted to make this shorty because these three answers I got more or less proves to me just what I was thinking. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. I have yet to be able to believe any of this stuff, but boy, it sure makes you wonder. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Shorty, I had to do this. Just had to do it, man. And, if you like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon. Try something else, maybe. This is Scary Larry. Over and out.